Can anyone tell me what this picture is? It's, well, the picture quality isn't very good. It probably looks like a show of some sort. But it is actually, this picture was taken in Korea. It is, can't tell how many people, but there's people essentially watching a match of StarCraft. A game created by Blizzard circa 2002. And it is a game that has become a professional sport in South Korea. There are national teams in South Korea, and in 2005, over 120,000 people met in the stadium to watch the finals of a StarCraft tournament. About 40,000 people more than the amount of people who came in 2005 to the Super Bowl. StarCraft, it has become something that is part of Korean culture as much as football is here. You get the big celebrities here are people who play football. In South Korea, it is absolutely not a stretch to say that all the Korean pop stars, lots of them marry StarCraft players. StarCraft players have no shortage of teenage girls following them. It is something that is happening in South Korea, obviously, but it's not come to the other world. Here, for example, or to America. It's something incredibly popular in South Korea, but it's not expanding. Now, people think that, lots of people think that people can know professional gaming. You go play video games to make money, but it's not like that. These South Korean gamers, they practice for at least 10 hours a day, 6 days a week, and they play at a level that is absolutely, it's mind-boggling the level that they play this game at. The top players make six-digit salaries. They make a ridiculous amount of money, but only out of all the thousands of millions of Koreans who play this game, only about 300 actually make it as a living and make enough money to actually have a normal salary. Another game professionally played a lot is a game that is Dota 2. It's a game that comes a lot close to me. It's a game that, many games you'll hear this often, games that are easy to pick up and hard to master. This game is not one of those games. This game, to pick up, you need months of practice. And it is a game that, it's very popular in East Europe. I believe the best teams are either Ukrainian, Norwegian, or Chinese. And it is a game that recently, a couple of months ago, the International 2013 happened. The total prize pool was over $2.5 million, and the winner made just over $1,400,000. And it is a game that very few teams actually make the living of a normal paycheck. You see, over here there are at least 100 football teams that make a relatively good paycheck. This is something that is remarkably rare. Dota is not like StarCraft, it's not popular in the country. Dota is slightly more, it's rarer. The teams are they're not as valued as they are in StarCraft. But it's not the end of it. Many of you will watch people who play video games and post videos on YouTube and make money out of that. It's not, the video game is slowly becoming a career. People are making lots of money from YouTube. Channels such as Machinima probably wouldn't be a stretch to say they make millions of dollars. And it's something that it's becoming quickly part of society. People play video games, Sixth Form Center would play video games, and it's becoming something that, but while many people are against it, there's a strong resistance from especially people from above 30 years of age. It's something that, for example, you'll see these on games, many of you. Games are usually categorized on what age you should be allowed to play it, which is to an extent good because it blocks people from younger ages from playing games that even require a certain amount of maturity to play. There's clearly a lot of resistance from adults of gaming because one thing that is believed is that gaming is bad for you. I've been told that gaming is bad for me, gaming will be the death of me. And it might be true, but when you come to think of it, if you think of things like football is very popular because everyone plays it here. Many physical sports, many of the problems and benefits from physical sports can be in a way translated to gaming. for example, what gaming lacks in the physical component, it makes up for in the mental component. Physics has been shown to increase cognitive skills in many team games and increase social skills, much like in football and other team physical sports. And it's something that, again, for the 70th time or whatever, people have shown resistance because it's a new thing. It's not something that people are used to. They say, oh, my son is locked in for hours and hours inside his room doing this, he might be antisocial. But again, this is another thing that's been counteracted by the invention of the internet. People are playing with people from around the world. And where some people go to a club and play with the same 11 people football every week, some people play games and they play with hundreds of different people a week. And now, the Oxford Dictionary definition for sport is an activity involved in physical exertion, a skill which an individual or team competes against each other, or against another, or others for entertainment. I give it at least, I give it by 2023, this definition will have changed to include video games and professional gaming, because it's something that, while it's still few and far apart, it's definitely expanding and it's going to get everywhere. Many teams, for example, if you're a League of Legends player, you can get a working visa from the US. It's something that it's expanding. And it's not something we can ignore easily, or we can just say, oh, it's bad for you. And because, as I said, many things actually, I've been told that video games cause sleep deprivation. Well, the time you can spend playing video games, you can also not sleep by playing football. But I'm very, very curious to see how long it'll take for it to hit here, for it to hit the world, and for it to be as popular as it is football or rugby or whatever.